Yeah.
You never had that before?
You know, we could keep this part in. As a bartender on his part time, people buy the Angry Orchards, and I just always look at them like it's stupid. Now that I'm tasting it, like I don't know, and I've been around it a lot. Now that I'm tasting it, this is fucking good, bro.
Yeah. I'm surprised.
I'm surprised too. Welcome to the Lovely Important Nonsense Podcast. It's your boy Matt. Goddamn, this Angry Orchard is pretty good. Spellen. I feel like they need to throw me a check if this shit get popping. I just want you to know that. Don't just be taking my fucking words, you know? But this Angry Orchard is really good though. And welcome to the podcast, guys. Yo, hey everybody. How's you been? How you's been? How you's been? That's how long it's been I've been podcasting. I can't even talk regular sentences anymore. Sententella? In a while. I think that ain't maybe it's the angry. No. Just in case we get a sponsorship. It's not them. But no. But, it's been a minute. Some things on my chest I need to talk about. It's time to get back to work. You some bitches ain't getting rid of me that easily. Okay? Now I'm going to hold on to this. This is actually really fucking good. You know what? I'm not going to put it down.
Wait, I want to know, why did you never have it?
I don't know, man. Because, when you're a bartender,
Does it just look like it's like a girl's drink? Is it one of those?
no, because guys buy this a lot, and especially in Jersey and New York. Yes, you get a lot of guys who buy it, but it just seems fruity, like not as like, oh, it's so girly. I just don't like fruity ass shit. But this is actually really good.
Yeah, one of my friends always was drinking it, so I didn't.
This actually might make me like beer
Oh yeah.
because I hate beer.
Me too.
Not to be honest, I try IPAs because IPAs will taste a little bit different. Sometimes they're a little bit like one might taste a little bit lemony, but like I'm switching to hard cider, bro. I think I'm. So, yeah, I like that too. Oh, I used to drink root beer. That was a hard root beer. Huh? Yeah, not your father's root beer. That was my shit. They also had not your father's cream, but I used to say pause to that because you know. Yeah, no. I the other day I was at work, yo, and I guess we'll just go right into how the week was and how my week's been. I'm gonna admit something on air because I feel like people need to know. Daddy sometimes likes to try shit out. It's because I have so much faith in my will that nothing's going to make me get addicted to it, right? But I like to try things out. So what I tried out over the past few weeks was Adderall. Now, I know everybody's going to be like, oh my God, I took Adderall yesterday. You're such a bitch, man. I have people who would be like, what? You took Adderall. And then I had some people who be like, yo, are you crazy? And now when I did research on it, do you know it's like one molecule away from meth? That's crazy. Woo! Scary. But let me tell you, I can't fuck with it. I can't fuck with it because I like it. I said I like it. And I'm going to tell you straight up on the air. I like it.
Why?
See,
We talked about. I'm curious.
Yo, so what happened is my brain moves like, to the point that sometimes it causes paralyzing. Right? So I'll go into 1,000 spirals in my head sometimes like a storm. And then it kind of like, okay, shit, what do I do first? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? It almost paralyzing. So I guess it's some form of adult ADHD, I guess, right? That shit stopped all that. Right? My brain said, doo, right? And I could only, if I thought one thought, that was it. And that's what made it so fucking magical, bro. Because I took it and I said, what was going on that day? I was just feeling a little bit. I was feeling off or something like that, and I was like, I gotta be up all day. I got a lot of stuff to do. It was like 6 in the morning. I just came from the gym. I said, you know what? I ain't gonna be a pussy. Let me pop it. Pop out. Took like, if you're gonna do it, let's just do it. You know what I'm saying? So we took, no, I took 20 milligrams to be honest, right? And it was, I folded my mountain of clothes. And I don't know if you don't understand how something so small like that was so impactful for me, because I stood there in one spot on my feet, watched maybe an hour of jujitsu videos and like systems and like how to shut certain things down, and I'm paying attention. I'm just folding, and I'm just folding, and it didn't cross my mind that I was doing these things. I told myself I had to do it, and I did it. So it was amazing. Downfall from that shit, yo. All day. All day. You hear me? I was good for about, because I guess it kicked in about like 7. From 7 to like 10 o'clock at night, I was straight. And then I had me a nice sleep. You understand me? I went to sleep. I had no clients the next morning, so I was chilling. So I was like, I ain't worried about nothing.
I've always been curious how I do.
Here's my problem with Adderall, though. The next day, when you're not on Adderall, right? It's not that you don't feel good. It just feels like that one gear is missing. It's a gear that you could usually you could shift into, and you could do whatever you need to do. I couldn't get the gear, yo. I couldn't get on the gear. So I was just like, man, I wasn't down or nothing. It's just like, I just felt like I wasn't picking up speed properly, right? So I let it go. Of course, I let like 2 days go by. I'm chilling, whatever. I feel nice. I'm back at the gym, blah, blah, blah. I didn't, it didn't like F me up. It just felt like, I couldn't really, but I didn't really need to do a lot that day. So I was just like, all right, maybe it wasn't that bad, because all I was doing was chilling anyway. Most of the day, I was hung out with my kids. I didn't have to be that fucking like, I just had to be attentive, if anything. Let 2 days pass, right?
The day that you were on Adderall, were you smoking too?
Here's this one. So now I took this shit a step further, right? So 2 days later, right, I took 40 mils, right? Cause I said, let's go see the devil. Cause that's what I am. I'm a dark side type of guy. All right. I gotta go see, hey, what's happening behind the curtain? I don't be behind the curtain no more. All right. So I did 40 mils. And I found out after a day, your body resets anyway. So it's like you never took it. Not saying that your mind doesn't get affected. It resets itself after a while, right? After, what was it? A day or two, your mind, it's not like it doesn't remember that you took it and it doesn't activate when it hits. It's just your brain doesn't remember the dopamine dump. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I'll be honest with you, but your mind resets. It goes like, nah, I'm ready to receive that bitch again. So let's go 40, right? Because I contacted my contact who gave me this stuff, right? And I had a time release one that was at 40. And they was like, yeah, this one's a slower release. So you're going to get it more of it throughout the day at a better dosage level. I said, okay, whatever that means, let's do it, right? So he was like, oh, you going to know what that mean? Oh, you going to know what that mean? So I said, all right, whatever. Amazing work. Yo, my work ethic was crazy. And my work ethic is always crazy. I was just getting it, all right? I came home getting it. Got everything handled, finished, boop, 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 done. I was even able to go to sleep, because some people are like, yo, I can't go to sleep. I was able to go to sleep, no issues. They just said make sure you take it super early so you don't have to like deal with any problems late at night. You know, I take it like, I'm up at 5 a.m. So 6 after the gym, that's when I took it. This time, boy, let me tell you, I went to work the next day. Yo, I felt lethargic, but again, that feeling of not being able to get that gear was heavier this time. It was like, oh no, you ain't about to do shit. Like, you here to exist right now. You're not here to get nothing done. I walked away from my station 12 times or so. I didn't fucking. They wanted me to train people. I said I can't train people, bro. I'm not training nobody. It got weird.
Do you think that was because you didn't take it, or you think that was a psychological thing, just because you did so much the day before?
No, what happens is Adderall is like, it's almost like weed, but on like crack, right? So, well, so it attaches to your dopamine receptors, right? And you get such a dopamine dump that it's really hard to pick yourself back up. You know what I'm saying? You get a really like crazy like, ugh, you know what I mean? And it can really be like, if you're a depressed person and you get that feeling, you can really spiral. But like, it's just like, ugh, you know what I mean? Yeah, I could do this, but I mean, it's really hard to get started of anything. Like, I was at work just to be there. If they would have told us all the time, all the time. If you have ADHD, it is amazing because it keeps your brain focused. It keeps you like attentive and lets you sort out and sort out and process the what's going on in your head easier. And but if you're like taking it just to take it, I don't know if it'll do much for you. Might probably help you like study. Like, that's what college people take it for. Keeps you up at night, make you study all night, makes you sit still if you use it that way. There's also side effects. There's some people who have really bad side effects to like Adderall and those type of stuff like that. They have bad sleepwalking. That's another one I heard about, chattery teeth because, just like I said, it's one component off of meth. So like chatters. One thing I did realize I was doing this a lot. Like, I was like touching my fingertips a lot. Like, not like out of like, it's just like I was just, doing this a lot. And like, that's only because I'm really like in tune to what I, myself and what I do. Now, would I take that shit again? Absolutely. But I would like, you got to plan. For me, I would have to plan it better. Like, it would have to be like on it. Because me, I will never take it every day. You know what I mean? Honestly, if I can find something that's like it, but I don't have to, but doesn't give me those effects, you know what I'm saying? Or isn't it, and doesn't give me those effects, and I will definitely take it. I heard that I'm doing some research on some new things. I heard there's like a company called it's called Thesis or something like that, which they do like a whole mock-up of like how you feel, what you do, your physical activities, what are you, your brain chemistry, like are you forgetful, all this stuff. They take down all this stuff and they give you like a regimen of like stuff to take. There's a company that's doing stuff like that. So I'm looking into certain things. I heard like I take our lion's mane again, so I'm back to taking lion's mane, which is helping a lot with the nootropics. Helps a lot with like neural pathways in your brain and stuff like that, and helps people who caught concussions and CTE and things like that. I like nootropics. Reishi is really good. Ashwagandha is fine. Oh, here's my story. Ashwagandha. I was taking out. Then this is something they don't tell you about ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is amazing when it comes down to building testosterone, and you need to find a company that really knows the ashwagandha that they're getting, because not all ashwagandha is the same. And if you're taking it to build your test and stuff like that, you have to like be aware of the right ashwagandha that you're getting. You know what I'm saying? And know exactly the where it's coming from. than and don't get anything that out of some plant, because a lot of places are making a lot of money because of everyone's into certain trends and people's figuring out things like ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is one of those plants. If you do take a lot of it, though, it does kind of take away a feeling from you. I'm not saying that I love ashwagandha myself. It gives me strength like another motherfucker. I take it, but if you take it regularly, they don't tell you, like, it's this feeling of like not really getting too excited about stuff. You don't really get as things doesn't get you as pumped up as it usually would. It's I forgot what it's called, but it just gives you this feeling of dullness. You know what I mean? And like, if you living in a time where you don't really need all the emotions, if you one of them people, like that's how I felt, especially when I was taking it heavily. I was like, I don't need all the emotions anyway. You know what I'm saying? And I took it heavily. But if you're trying to like connect in like emotional ways, be very careful how much. Know how much ashwagandha you should take, because there's the average amount of ashwagandha you should take, and there is you, okay? And most likely you need a different amount than someone else does, right? Like, it's like vitamin D. Like, I need 50,000 plus IUs of vitamin D, right? Joe don't need that goddamn much, right?
What's your thoughts on hormone replacement therapy?
You said my thoughts on hormonal replacement therapy. What, like TRT? I support it. True shit is, this is my podcast, so I'm actually going to get tested coming up in a few weeks. I have a new doctor, and we're gonna be discussing if that is something that needs to be done by me. I'm not low on T or anything, but I feel like when a guy gets older and they get to a certain age, your testosterone is a big deal. It makes us and breaks us. It's what in the animal kingdom kills us off. You know what I'm saying, or makes us mate. Makes us feel good, makes us recover, makes our muscles grow, makes our fat burn, it makes us more viable as a male, for testosterone. So I feel like, and I do feel like if you play sports, or if you are dealing with like up and down in weight, if you're like, if that was your whole life, sometimes your T cells, your hormones in your T cells, your T does get lower, and there's nothing wrong with it if you have to go seek therapy. You know what I mean? It's and you need to, like, if you need that little extra boost. I'm hating on you, honestly, because I'm honestly thinking I'm gonna go in there, they're gonna be like, nah, you can't do nothing, and I'm gonna be like, oh, I knew it, and I'll be trying to burn fat by myself for the rest of my life. but if I told her right now, I said, you better not even let me think myself. My T levels went down a smidget, boy, because I'm going to want to get juicy. Do you understand? I'm like, juice me up, doc. Juice me up. Where I stick it? Stick it right here? Where I stick it? In my knee? In my thigh? No, they stick it in the quads. In the ass. Whatever. But yeah, when you get to your 30s, especially mid 30s and stuff, it's known that your levels start to drop around 34. That's why they say, oh, guys become uninterested in sex at a certain point, and they want to, like, yeah, because we don't, you know what I mean? Our testosterone is starting to slow down in our body, and it don't want to produce as much as it usually do. So there's nothing wrong with some TRT, if that's what you into, if that's what you needed to do, Also, who am I to tell you what makes you happy? That's another thing I don't like. Who am I to tell you what makes you happy? If you being jacked or feeling like you're 20 years old again makes you happy, then fucking do it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Fucking do it. I'm just saying, as long as you're not hurting nobody else. If you're not hurting nobody else, fucking do it. Now, if you're one of the what was it, 3%? or 4% or what. I don't know. I'm not a fucking doctor. But you actually endo. You know what I mean? Endocrinologist or your urologist, I believe. Yeah, ask them. But if you one of those people and that's the type of stuff that makes you happy, I mean, like, you're one of the 3%, 5%, or whatever the fuck the percentage is that that gets all crazy when they're on TRT and all that stuff. Then yeah, you need to stay off of it and go bike ride or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Relax. You know. But if you're one of those people who feels like shit all the time, and you don't feel happy with yourself, and you've been up and down, and you're just trying to get some shit. You know what I mean? You're just trying to figure out some shit. Why not?
You know who just gave them kind of like an endorsement? Sean T. Beachbody guy.
Sean T should give him an endorsement.
He needed to, like,
Yeah.
he just
Yeah, man.
do it himself.
Yeah, man. Listen, I say, look, if you're blessed, if you're one of the blessed men who don't need anything like that, you can stay natural for your rest of your life. Yo, Godspeed, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Please let us study you a little bit. I'm blessed so far. To my knowledge, I'm blessed. I'm one of those guys who don't need anything. But if you're one of those guys who do need some shit, yo, don't be ashamed, bro. You know, don't be ashamed to go call your doctor, your urologist, your endocrinologist. Be like, yo, I need to check out my levels. What's good for me? Not what's good for everybody else. What's good for me, bro? That's what you want to look for. Like, yo, what's the levels here? Oh, I've been doing sports my whole life. Now I feel like shit. I don't know why. Now I want to jump off a bridge every time I look. You might have low tests, bro. You might have. I'm not saying that everything. I'm not saying all depression comes from low tests. I'm just saying it can. That's what I'm saying. Okay. I don't know why I got so passionate on that one, honestly. Maybe because I'm going to the doctor soon. I'm like, yo, let that man talk about, yo. I'm like, yo, man, your levels drop. I'm gonna need some Windrow. I'm gonna need some Deca. Just fucking cocktail that shit up with a whole bunch of testosterone. You hear me? I'm gonna come back on the show. Hey guys, my name is Matt. How you rate this thing?
Can you break that down? Why is more testosterone going to get you bigger?
Oh no. More testosterone will not get you bigger. So anyone thinks okay, so more testosterone will not get you bigger. That's why I said like Windrow and Deca and all that shit. But like more testosterone won't get you bigger. Testosterone is the building block for sexual reproduction in males and fat burning and muscle recovery and all that good stuff. So like when it comes down to recovery, when it comes down to building muscle, you need to have a nice amount of testosterone to do so, you know? And it also helps with like ED, anything really male sexual related or muscular related could come back to a hormone testosterone can help out with. All right, so without going into like the crazy, I could break it down later on another day. I didn't know we was gonna do a whole fucking I'll break it down more if that's what the people want. I'll break down testosterone on a later show and why testosterone is important for men. Okay. But now, again, it's not saying some women do have a high amount of testosterone. Also, that's not a bad thing either. That is me. But I know a girl who has a high level of creatinine levels, which is just like she's just able to put on fucking muscle. Don't know why. I hate on her, bro. I hate on her, bro. She could just put on fucking back. Yo, her shoulders and her back is big. She could burn off. We could burn off all her fat. Right, burn it off. She could be skinny and shit. And I'd be like, all right, it's time to build muscle. In the wintertime, her fucking back and shoulders will blow up like a fucking tank, yo. And I'd be hating because I be doing the same workout she doing. And I don't get the same goddamn results, all right? It's just she has a different levels than I do. Her creatinine levels is higher than mine. So she's like, and where she just put it on differently, you know? Diet similar and everything. She just has a different hormonal level than me. It's just she's different. She's different. You know? It's different. Fucking, you can't be The Rock, bro. Can't be The Rock. You gotta take a lot of what The Rock. Even if you took all the shit The Rock did, you still not gonna be The Rock. And I mean, and trust me, it's hard for me to accept myself, okay? Because I swear, there's some days I'm in the gym, I'm like, if I don't look like The Rock tomorrow, I promise. But like, he's just different. He's fucking black. He's Samoan. It's fucking you got pull from his mama. Then his mom, you got pull from his grandparents to see why that gene pool mixed up and the way it mixed up, and it created this monstrosity of a man, 6'4", 300 and something pounds of muscle.
What do you think he did to make the shift, the change?
I read a lot of his stuff. I heard.
From like wrestling days to now.
So what I've seen about The Rock is that his shift came from, I think it was like after Scorpion King. Like that's when you could kind of see like the shift in The Rock. He was kind of like, oh, I gotta take this shit a little bit more seriously. Tooth Fairy was probably his catalyst. The Tooth Fairy movie. You know, remember the Tooth Fairy? That's when he had the little girl and he was on Disney and he became the Tooth Fairy for a little bit. Oh, I'm telling you, it was a big movie, especially with the kids. And that's when he started becoming the house name. So he went from being Scorpion King, right? And then he did that movie where he was with the guy that plays Stifler from American Pie. He did that movie right after Scorpion King. You remember? The guy that plays Stifler from American Pie, he was like his bounty hunter. He chased him into the woods and stuff like that. I promise you see the movie, you'll be like, oh, I've seen this movie. They played it so many times on fucking like TNT and all that shit. He was like, I forgot. I think it wasn't Rumble in the Jungle, but it was something. He played, but it was like Tooth Fairy where he became like the guy. And when he was like, you could see him transitioning to like, all right.
What do you think he was doing?
What you mean when he got muscular?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were talking about acting wise. Oh,
that was cool too.
Man, put it together. Everything. Why not? I mean, look. All I'm saying is, look. I'm not gonna disrespect The Rock because I always want. Hey, why not? He got a good team. They might scrub the internet and be like, yo, it might come over he'd be like, yo, I want to see that boy Matt Spellen. You know what? Scrub his content real quick to see if he says something about me. And then he scrub my shit and this episode come up. But I know. Look, this is what I'm saying. Okay. What did he do? Is the question. He got to have the best scientists. He got the best people on his team. That's all I can say. He has the best people on his team to make sure he is ready at all times. Only thing The Rock has to do is to make sure he put the time in to get that work in the gym, which he makes it sure because he carries around the gym with him even to like other countries sometimes. But he, of course not. But what I'm saying is that like it's still hard work.
Yeah, but
it's still hard work. Even if you I'm telling you, even if I took everything he took, I would never achieve The Rock's physique because I would have to still put in the same amount of time, energy, and have his background to create his body type. There's no way for me to create that. Rock puts in a shitload of time in the gym. He's in the gym 2 hours. No, he goes to this is what the man does. He wakes up in the morning, right? He starts his gym because I told you I follow the guy. He starts it off at like 4 a.m. He's up. By 4:30, he's doing cardio, right? He's already doing cardio about 4:30 or whatever. He does about like 45 minutes to an hour of cardio. Then eats breakfast. Then goes back to the gym and then hits weights. Right? And then he does all that before 9 o'clock, bro. He does all that before 9 o'clock and then does his rest of his day. And then before nighttime, before he goes back to bed, he hits something else. It's still insanity. It's still nuts. But hey, you still need a little bit of help. Yeah, I mean, because he's still, let's think about it. He's like, what, in his like late 40s? Yeah. I mean, his muscle recovery time is going to be slow as shit. He will never be able to put as much time in it. I mean, he could if he was a freak, which he is, to be honest. He's a freak of nature, not in a nice way, but you still got to take that account. He's a freak of nature and he's a psycho, and his work ethic is crazy. His work ethic is still psychotic. So he performs in a way where, you know.
Do you think he takes breaks of using shit, not using?
Of course, but again, he got to have the best guys with him. They know what to do. Like, yeah, I wouldn't even look. I'm new. I don't even know. Look, I'm new. I would be new if my endo told me like, yo, it's about that time. Then I'll start. I'll go full on like, yo, I know. Y'all see me come up in this bitch different sizes all the time. You're like, oh, man, fucking around. For real, for real. All right, but like, you see me getting emotional and shit on this camera sometimes. You know I'm fucking around, yo. Yo, cause some guys get bitchy after they get all roids and shit like that. They get real like bitchy and shit like that. Because like again, your testosterone. That's one thing about TDs. Your testosterone shoots up to here, right? Your estrogen has to catch up to your testosterone, right? And then one day you no longer have that. This one day you gotta get off, right? You gotta take that testosterone. Boom. Well, what's left, baby? Your estrogen's still high. So yeah, they start getting. That's when you start getting the roid rage and the bitch tits and all that stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know. Shout out to The Rock though, man. I wish whatever cocktail he's taking, I want some. Fuck, I don't care, man. Y'all could be like, oh, man, you gonna take drugs? I don't care, bro. I'll stop all this shit. I'll stop all fighting, all competition. I don't need it. I don't need it. To look like The Rock, go ahead. Where you want me? Right here? My ass? What if you found out like he's taking a cocktail, but he has a shooter through his dick? Well, why not? I mean, would you? I mean, to get to Rock level, I mean, you will have to make sacrifices, right? I mean, why not? He got that one. Paul's gonna say this. Got that one vein. Just fucking beefy.
You think he'll ever admit it?
Oh, I think he's on some point of like, yo, you guys know, leave me alone. I think he's on that right now. He's kind of on some like, all right, guys, like, come on, like, what's the point? Like, and if he is, so what? So what? Like, what are we doing here? Like, who cares? I'm sorry, we took the curtain off the image of perfection that you had you think a human has. I'm sorry, that's not true. I wish we all could just fucking have a great diet and run consistently and just that. And I'm gonna tell you as a trainer, having a great diet, exercising 3 to 4 times a week is going to keep you around longer. It is just scientifically proven, okay? Also, if you want to be rich, right, you got to do what you got to do, right? So you get them cocktails and you stick it in your arm and like, nah, because then you can get some Rich Pena shit, and he died pretty early. But he was a fucking freak too, bro. He was jacked. And he just came from like a workout. I think he did like 100 bicep curls, like pyramid bicep curls. I was hearing something about like, and then he came home and caught a stroke. You know,
that's what, because a lot of people don't know how The Rock. Like we know, because we grew up with The Rock the way we grew up with him. A lot of people don't know how he was before.
Yeah, they don't know. I mean, but like, you know, don't get me wrong. Again, when you do take these drugs and stuff, there is a trade-off. These people are not expecting to be around for a long time. You know, these are like when you're doing a lot of these drugs, when you get to an older age, if you're at an older age and you're taking TRT and you're taking it in a safe way and it's just helping you, you know, helping you recover and burn fat and you're taking it safely, you got a doctor who, you could live a very long, healthy life. But when you're talking about, when you want to try to get the freak levels, right? And you're trying to look like aesthetically appealing to people who would never try to do what you're doing, who will never put in that type of work, it's gonna take a sacrifice. It's gonna take a sacrifice of your life sometimes, you know? And you gotta understand, those people who are taking it know that already. They know that already. They're not here for a long time. They're here for a good time. Okay? And they want, And I get that too. I understand that feeling, you know. It's like shout out, rest in peace to Rich Pena and his family, the one percenters. That was a great. That was I used to love watching their YouTubes and all that. That was one of my favorites. Him down Venice Beach, killing it, you know. But yeah, a lot of these guys who are on YouTube and stuff. And I follow a few guys who are openly admits it, like South Force. I love that guy. He's a redneck out in like he's a redneck somewhere down there. I'm thinking in Texas. I don't know fuck, but like he's or Virginia. I think he's close to me. But like yeah, he's a redneck out there, and he just openly admits it. He was like, yo, it's part of life. It's part of the sport. It's part of what we do. And these people are here to look fucking jacked and yoked, and this is what make them fucking happy. And it's not our business to say if it's okay or not. You know? It isn't. You don't want nobody else to tell you how to come to your house and cook food or how to do your own shit. But whatever. That's how I feel about it. But definitely, if you do decide to go down that path, understand there's a trade-off. And a lot of times it is your life, especially when you go to the synthetic routes and stuff. So, just understand that, you are taking some time away from yourself. And is that okay to you or not? And if it's okay to you, have fucking fun, bro. Go do your thing, go crazy, enjoy yourself. But if it's not okay, then look for alternatives and be cool. Be cool. I know a lot of guys who say they don't need that shit because the alternative method would be to be lifting their bodies up and down all the time. And there's a study going on seeing if calisthenics is a more healthier way to unlocking your testosterone. They already know that squats, and most testosterone comes from the legs, so that's why squats and deadlifts and stuff like that is very important. I don't know. Figure it out, I just say do what makes you happy, man. But definitely understand what you're getting into. Cross your dot your I's, cross your T's, and read your ABCs, and make sure you know everything about what you're doing. Don't just start popping something into your system, and because your friend got yoked up, you might have an adverse effect to that. There's a lot of people out here there's a lot of people who die really early. A lot of heart failures going on because of this stuff. They don't really advertise a lot. People dying at 56. A lot of 50-year-olds dying. A lot of jacked 50-year-olds. So that's what that is. My bad. Did I wake you up? What else have I got going on today? Fucking huh? Oh no, Princess. Oh yeah, I wake up Princess. My bad, guys. Yeah. They were like, yo, who the hell is he talking about? Yeah, and Princess over here in the corner. She's like, yo, it's bedtime, boy. What you over here doing? It's 8:05. It's all good, yo. We still rocking and rolling, Princess. Chill. I was looking at this the Kanye West interview thing. And I never spoke about it, so this will be my first time talking about it because I was on my hiatus for a while when that was going on. Kanye West came out and said, "Yo, fuck Meek Mill, fuck Diddy, fuck on," because when he was calling for help, nobody hit him up. Like, but Travis Scott hit him up. As a man, I'd be pissed off too if I was doing it. I'm like, what I'm saying, to be straight up honest with you. Like, if that, like, let's just say, let's take the crazy out. Let's just take crazy out. If he's right, I'd be ready to throw down too. I'd be like, yo, F all y'all the feds. I would definitely say that too. Problem is, the boy be saying too much nutty shit, and he lost the attention of the black people. You know what I'm saying? And I know, so what? Right. So here's the problem with this. Once you lost he's like, oh, he wanted to be president and shit. I just want you to know, once you lose the attention of black people, ain't no presidency. It ain't no presidency. It ain't no presidency. That's just what it is, bro. You need black votes. Black votes make up a lot of the votes, y'all. And all of us don't even come out. And that's the craziest thing about that. A lot, right? when Obama became president, it showed proof because when Obama became president, he won by a landslide. Literally a landslide. Something they never seen before in their life. Right? So um, he lost them. He just lost the black vote. Like, you know what I'm saying? Black people don't believe him. He's now thought in the same idea as a crazy person. Now, maybe in a few years, he might be. What if he's like telling the truth? In a few years, he might be telling the truth. I just like the fact that he says that Drake is the GOAT and he fucked Chris Jenner. That's my favorite part of the whole interview because that means my boy Drake is a menace in these streets, bro. Yo, why is he always fucking somebody's mom, son? Yo, was he with that basketball player's mother? Yeah, and like he rented out the whole stadium, and they caught him with at dinner, and a fucking helicopter was just so happy to come over, and they caught him like on camera, like, and Drake's like, hey, and they're like, it was like a weird moment, like Drake's like, all right, yo, what up, yo, you know what I'm saying? Yo, this boy Drake out here fucking everybody mother saying, yo, hide your moms. Drake is coming through, son. I ain't mad at him though. And I salute him. I was always on the MILF train. You can run it back to 20 fucking 12 dogs. I was always on the MILF train. Okay? Okay, and I support this man and his movement right now. Cause if I was on some level he on and single, I'll be fucking moms too. Yeah, if you fuck Kim K, that boy said I don't even want Kim or any of the sisters. They are not bad enough. I need the creator, son. I'm coming for the creator, dog. He gilfing out of here in these streets. She the one with the bread. She creating the Kardashians. Yo, your Kim took out her implants. Yeah, she got the booty's smaller now and the fucking titties are small. Yeah, man. So yeah, man. Yeah, man. I didn't know you could do that shit neither, but I think I don't know. I don't know what her shit was about, but yeah, she got him out of there. I think it was after the Pete Davis. I thought it was after Pete Davidson. Yeah, man, she got him out of there. That's crazy though, because like they made a whole life. I mean, a whole generation culture about on this image, this body image that they created, which would look like a fucking ant, right? In the way they created themselves to look like a cartoon character ish. And don't get me wrong, as a man, I support the ass. I do, man. But sometimes, a lot of times, I went over the top. And then it started making us crave, like, it became so crazy because, like, natural booties became the beauty again after a while when you got to a certain point, because then it was like if she had a real body and she was fine. You know what I mean? But yeah, a whole culture of like people getting these body changes and stuff like that, and women dying, Botox. And she said, "You know what? I'm gonna take it out." And all of them are really pretty much doing the same thing, right? Whew. I don't know.
I heard someone saying that it was like that maybe she did it too, and maybe someone got to her mentally to say, you know what, maybe you really is the example.
I don't know. I don't know anyone got to her mentally. I think it was just I think it was something that she finally was like she's done with doing and she just did it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there's really any repercussion. I mean, it's nothing you can really say about it. It happened. It's so funny because of the impact that she had just by changing her body. That's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Man, you get that. It's hard to find even a natural looking woman. on sometimes. No, I'm not saying natural women don't exist. I mean, like I see them all the time. It's just that it's hard to find a natural woman. I mean, when you see them online, they're never natural. None of them. The filters, their body's different. They got augmentation. They probably using Photoshop. Yeah. Shorty's be coming out on a date looking like fucking leprechaun, and was online looking like fucking Lola Bunny. You know what I mean? Like, I'm hell nah. You hear me? So it's like it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
And it's wild when you think about it, because you know, like you have a daughter. Like I be thinking about that with Jay. Like she's 14 now. It's like always the last couple of years, she what she goes on, wants to do the filter and all that shit. It's like that shit's just crazy.
Yeah, my daughter, she doesn't like, you know, one thing about my daughter, yeah, and it does. It affects little girls a lot. Because my daughter has a lot of questions about beauty and stuff like that. The one thing I try to instill into my daughter is that she's so naturally beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like, she doesn't have to do anything else to herself. And if she wants to do something to herself, something else to herself, it's not to make herself, it's just to, like, make, I don't know. It's kind of just it's more of the boost her self-esteem. It's not because she's not beautiful already. It's just she's just adding a little pizzazz to what is already gorgeous, you know? So that's how I pretty much. So my daughter, like, when I tell her she's beautiful, she already knows. But she's really into makeup right now. But not makeup in a way of making her. And she's good too, bro. I hate saying it, bro. I hate fucking makeup, bro. She's really good, yo. And she doesn't try to like make herself look like change her face or nothing like, but she's like really good, like the blending and shit like that. She watches tutorials online and she'll be like, oh, that's how they do it. And she'll come down. I'm like, yo, take that shit off, bro. You looking a little bit too fucking nice around here. Nah, she looks good though. She looks amazing. Like, she's really young. But now she's like, oh, Dad, I'm gonna do a Halloween stuff. So now she's trying to get into like FX things. So we went out and bought a whole bunch of like scar shit, fake. What's it called? The liquid latexes and stuff like that. So now she's about to be she's fucking with Dad at home now. But that's why she didn't come out today. She tired from training. And she playing with liquid latex at home, and she'd be damned if she's getting interrupted right now. But yeah, she's good, bro. She's good at that. I hate to say it though. I hate to say it because I really don't like makeup all over the place. But I'm a guy. What I know? I don't know shit. It goes back to I don't know shit. Yeah, it goes back to I don't know shit. I had an argument with a girl at my job about the necessities of men and women in the world. And she's an ABC baby, so every time she feels she doesn't really feel that men is that really necessary for the world, and she says that they're already trying to figure out ways to creating life without men. Like, it really is, and I was just like. So later on, I just wanted to prove a point about the necessity that I felt that men are. And I didn't want to, I said, so I went and I gave her the garbage. And I was just like, yo, you got to take out the garbage. And she was like, why I got to take out the garbage? I was like, because you got to take out the garbage. And she's all these guys in here, I got to take out this big ass garbage. I said, oh no, baby, we're not needed. Go take out this garbage, bro. All right? And understand, when you need something, back up your words. You feel me? Because you can't need us and not need us at the same time. Now, again, it might be true, and it is true. Maybe we're not as needed to some women as some other women. So some people think, I just feel like y'all should shut the hell up. Okay? Guys who think women shouldn't exist or are pieces are lower than us should shut the fuck up. And women who believe that the world would be a better place if men didn't exist should shut the fuck up. Because I don't see none of you crazy ass ladies going underneath no goddamn tunnels that are the size of that you have to literally train your lungs to breathe underneath ground. They're 12-inch by 12-inch tunnels. I don't see anybody doing it. I don't see anybody climbing up fucking skyscrapers, not even higher than skyscrapers, poles, just to put up a satellite so you could get your stupid ass phone service, so you could go online and tweet about, y'all niggas don't, we don't need y'all. All right, I don't see none of that. And at the same time, I don't see you guys taking care of the business like the women take care of business. And like we are supposed to be two sides of the same coin, right? One side's supposed to need the other side. Okay, one side don't exist if the other side doesn't exist. Let's just say science take a role in it and does take away all men from existence. Or they don't take all men from existence, and then what? What does that make us? Slaves? So you go back to being you become the person, you become the slave handler. This the same person that you saying that you're being oppressed, so you become the oppressor. So you're the tyrant now. At the end of the day, everybody just wants power and everybody wants to be on a team right and team wrong. Just shut up and cooperate with everyone, because there are a lot of things that you wouldn't do, and there's a lot of things that she wouldn't do that he would do. You know? It's the reason why guys die early. We will fucking jump out of a plane before you would. Why? It excites us. Now, if we just so happen to jump out of a plane, land in enemy territory, and starts gunning motherfuckers down, right? Just to make sure someone's able to sleep at night, that's real. You know? I don't see anyone else doing that. And let's just say, okay, we're going back to violence. Let's just go back to like hunting. Let's go to like scavenging. Let's go back to like, I don't know, anything. We just need each other. I don't know why the fuck it gotta be this big deal. All right? It's not a big deal. And you know what? Also, men and women only make these claims that we don't need each other only when society's okay. When society's not okay, it's all kumbaya and everybody hold hands and shit, right? It's all, let's all be one. Let's all be together. But let society start collapsing, and we'll see how much we don't need each other. We'll definitely see how much we don't need each other, because it's one of the stupidest things that I ever hear in my life. We don't need each other. Yeah, we do. Because if everything was taken away tomorrow, what are you going to do? How do you, behind your keyboard or in your phone, someone who never did anything a day of their life but complain about bullshit, how are you going to handle if everything went off today? Now, we don't need each other. Y'all need Jesus. That's what y'all need. Fucking another episode is lovely, important nonsense. Damn it, yo. But I was very aggressive this one. I feel it's kind of aggressive on this one, but it's all right. Fuck it, y'all. Sometimes y'all need a little aggressive me, you know. But yeah, going back to this girl, she said how we wasn't needed, and they're gonna start making these clone babies. Because I said, so they're gonna make clone babies? No, they're gonna be genetically from your they're from the mom's DNA. I was like, so they're gonna be clone babies. That's all I can say. So they're gonna be clone babies? He's like, yeah. I was like, all right, man. I was like, shout out to the future, y'all. So you gonna carry it? I was like, because how you gonna say you don't need us, but you're literally dressing and acting exactly like us, right? So where you get your swag from, mama? Where you get your swag from, huh? How you don't need us? If you're acting and dressing and using the same mannerisms as us, right? Who are you? literally, who are you as a person if we didn't exist? Because you wouldn't have a personality. Because you're, yeah, am I tripping? Oh, I'm not tripping, right? Okay. Because I was thinking, so I'm not tripping. You wouldn't have a personality if we didn't exist. You should be the last person to say that. Now, maybe if you was one of the maybe it was one of the ABC babies that was just straight femme on some straight femme stuff with only feminines, that's fine. But you can't have the book bag with our utensils in it, right? Right? Put on the same gear, the same hat, the same swag, talk the same way, and act and do the same thing, and then come out of your mouth and say we not needed. Who are you as a person if we weren't existing? That's and this is why I don't like talking to stupid people. That's why she gotta take our own fucking garbage, yo. You stupid ass. All these minutes here. All these minutes here. We're not here. We're not here no more. Remember? Go take out this fucking garbage, yo. Idiot. Dumbass. Why are we having these conversations? I don't know, man. That shit grinded the fuck out of my gear the other day. I was just like, yo, are you seriously talking to me right now about this? I was like, and I'm looking at her like, we're not needing. I'm just staring at her like, because that was the first thing that came to my head. How we're not needed and you want to be us. Go put the book bag away. Like, the fuck is you talking about? Whatever, man. But shout out to my ABC babies, man. Y'all, the rest of y'all still got some sense, man. Man, my elemental P babies, bro. The rest of y'all got some sense, but yo. All right, but my stylicious, yo, y'all need to bring one of y'all to the forefront and I'm gonna shut the fuck up. Because who y'all gonna hang out with too? Huh? Studs don't be hanging out with femmes. Like, they don't do that. They hang out with niggas. But that's what they do. I hung out with studs, man. I hang out with studs now. They hung out with us. They hang out with the dudes. Because we all dudes. That's how we see each other. That's my boy. That's my boy, right? Isn't that true? If you got your. So you can't say we not needed, right? All right, whatever. Let me shut up for my interview. They be like, yo, I came back and I left again. I'm out of it. He's not allowed to get back online. They're gonna get me on. They're gonna be like, oh, he Andrew Tate these days. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta. Let me tell you right now, if anyone ever put me in a box of Andrew Tate, I'm going just as hard as him. All right, I'm going hard, even if I don't believe it. Even if I don't believe it, I'm going hard. Y'all don't even want me to go into that type of mode because I'm gonna be a piece of shit. I'm gonna be a piece of shit. I'm gonna be fucking Andrew Davis or Andrew Tate times 10. I'm gonna be wilding. Joe gonna make every fucking clip that he can out of my goddamn thing. I'm like, yo, Matt getting canceled, I guarantee it. But whatever, man. That's all. That's my only beat. But don't get me wrong, yo. Oh my God, because I know I'm getting. So I gotta. But here's the thing, yo. Some of my ABC babies with the book bags, right? They be having the fatties. Yo, some of y'all be on the DL. You heard? Like y'all gotta go holler at somebody because like I know there's one lady. I don't know if I told you the story, but she's definitely one of the my studtascious ladies, yo, my stylicious ladies, right? And like all of a sudden one day she was pregnant, and I was like, "You're not in a relationship. How this happen?" She was like, you know what I mean? Like, one thing led to another, you know what I'm saying? And this is how she talked. One thing led to another. Like it was just like a one-time thing. I never did that before. I was like, you lying. You sure the hell did do this before. What are you talking about? You just never got caught up. This is the first time you got caught up. And now your fucking female hormones kicked in and now you just sitting here pregnant. Like, oh, man, I'm just going to keep it. Yeah, man. It's all good, bro.
Look, hormones going right back full circle.
Came right back full circle to hormones, and that's where I'm gonna end this motherfucking podcast. Yo, guys, all I'm saying is at the end of the day, we need each other. Okay, we like it or not. If you like, I'm sorry if my side did something to your side, and I'm sorry if your side did something to my side. And I hope you feel the same way. But we do need each other. We do. Like I always tell you guys, if the fucking aliens came down tomorrow, y'all boys gonna be like, oh, what about togetherness? I'm be like, nah, son. Y'all get abducted by your damn selves. I'm out here. Me and my family on my back. Because I'm a man. Running with my family down the street. And you're gonna be like, and I'm gonna run right past my stud queen. With my family on my back, holding my kids. And I'm like, don't worry, you got this. You can do what I'm doing. You don't need me. This is a lovely, important nonsense podcast. And I'm out.